Florida Governor Ron DeSantis absolutely crushes big tech as a worldwide techlash surges. In this video, we're going to take a look at the landmark law passed in the state of Florida that now enables Floridians to sue big tech companies. We're going to take a look at how the world is actually taking notice of Florida's pushback against big tech oligarchs. And we're going to see how Gallup polling shows that Americans are fed up with Silicon Valley and they want their ridiculous antics stopped once and for all. You're not going to miss this. Greetings, everyone. Dr. Steve here with you. Great to be with you as always. We are your daily antidote to fake news, as each and every day we analyze current events in light of larger conservative trends to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. So if you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe button. Hey, let's start with our video chat question of the day, shall we? Do you support Ron DeSantis' backlash against big tech? Let us know in the comments section below. Do you support Florida's new law giving Floridians the right to sue Silicon Valley? Let us know what you think, because if you do, we're going to find that the latest polls show you are indeed in the majority. But before we begin here, let's give a huge shout out to the sponsor of this video, and that's the makers of the backup solar bank. In the midst of this whole emergency situation we found ourselves in, one of the best things that we can invest in for our protection when the lights go out is what's called a solar power bank. It's a backup power bank that's powered, you guessed it, by the sun. It allows you to charge up to 2 devices at once, and you'll never, ever have to waste money on batteries again. Now, supply is limited. This is your very last chance to get yours at a 20% discount before they sell out, so do not wait. Click on the link below right now and give you and your family the gift of power anywhere in the world. Click on that link below or visit backupsolarbank.com. That's backupsolarbank.com. All right, gang, let's dive right in here. We have got some huge news in the ever-developing world of techlash, the growing worldwide backlash against big tech. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed into law a bill, the first of its kind in the United States, allowing Floridians to sue big tech platforms for discrimination and censorship. According to the new law, courts may now award up to $100,000 in damages to an individual if a social media platform is found to have been guilty of censoring that individual or shadow banning a user's content, or if a user is deplatformed or censored in an inconsistent manner. Big tech companies that violate the new law can from now on be sued by Floridians for monetary damages, and the law enables the state's attorney general to bring action against big tech companies who violate the law. On his Twitter feed, keep in mind Twitter, Ron DeSantis rubbed it in the face of big tech, tweeting out, "Today I signed the first big tech bill that gives everyday Floridians the ability to fight back against Silicon Valley censorship," speaking to @Sean Hannity this hour about how this is just the beginning. Now, of particular interest is the slapback against big tech's banning of President Trump. According to the new law, quote, "Big tech is prohibited from deplatforming Floridian political candidates. The Florida Election Commission will impose fines of $250,000 per day on any social media company that deplatforms any candidate for statewide office, and $25,000 per day for deplatforming candidates for non-statewide offices. Any Floridian can block any candidate they don't want to hear from, and that's a right that belongs to each citizen, but it's not for big tech companies to decide." Now, the issue here is that this law is directly confronting the legal status of big tech companies, where they collectively enjoy a litigation immunity granted to them by what's called Section 230 of the FCC. Now, Section 230 gives big tech the kind of immunity that utilities companies get, like phone companies, electric companies. Social media right now is largely treated legally as a utility. Big tech has been legally recognized as our modern public forum. We communicate publicly through these forums in all kinds of ways, and as such, these platforms are granted immunity by the federal government from being sued if someone uses these platforms in an unethical manner. So just like the phone company can't be sued if someone used a phone to plot a crime or arrange a terrorist attack or something. And that's because the phone company is a legally recognized utility, which is no more responsible for how people use their services than is the electric company, right? Well, big tech has been legally granted this immunity, and yet that has not stopped them from acting as if they were publishers who could be sued based on their content they publish. You see, there's a fundamental difference between a publisher who acts in an editorial manner, deliberately, intentionally accepting or rejecting content and is therefore responsible for that content published on their platforms, and the utility, which simply provides the platform for someone to publish, right? So there's a fundamental difference between a publishing company that can be sued and the phone company, which allows the publisher to have a multi-caller meeting, or the electric company that enables the publisher to keep their lights on during a meeting, right? Big tech enjoys the legal immunity of a utility, like phone companies and electric companies. They enjoy the legal immunity of a utility, but they exploit that immunity to censor their content as a publisher. They're acting like editorial publishers who are responsible for the content that they publish, even though they've been granted immunity from what they publish. So you cannot have it both ways, and it's precisely that inconsistency and the big way that big tech exploits it for its own power that's provoking a massive backlash in the form of what scholars are calling techlash, which is worldwide. In fact, you'll find this fascinating just to show you how interconnected the worldwide backlash against big tech is. Governor DeSantis' bill signing is actually making its rounds through the international media. So in India, they're taking an interest in this bill signing because they're having their own issues with big tech. If you don't know, you will definitely want to click on this link and check out a video we did on Greta Thunberg getting in a whole heap of international trouble with the nation of India. That's the backdrop to their whole big tech thing. But recently, the Indian government, led by the nationalist populist Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the BJP party, the Hindu nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party, they've announced new rules that are definitely cracking down on big tech. And so it's just interesting that even the Indian media is covering this story as of today. Now, Florida is not the only state that's taking it to big tech. The state of Texas, as well, is passing legislation that would bar social media companies from banning an account because of the person's political and particularly because of the person's conservative opinions. The bill's already made its way through the Texas Senate. It's currently in the Texas House, and it's expected to pass easily and get signed by Governor Greg Abbott. The Hill is reporting that Senate Bill 12 will require social media companies to be transparent about how they moderate content on their websites. They're going to have to give frequent updates on what content was removed, and they're going to have to create an appeals process when a user's content has been removed. The bill also gives Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton the right to sue a social media company when that appeals process determines that free speech rights were violated. But it gets even better. As it turns out, Florida and Texas are just the beginning of the techlash wave that's sweeping the country. But first, I want to personally invite you to our brand new Patriot Entrepreneur Live event that we're holding on June 4th and 5th. It is a virtual conference for anyone interested in learning how to break free from your woke work environment and become financially independent. The beauty is because it's a virtual event, you don't even have to leave the comfort of your own couch, and you can secure your seat simply by clicking on the link below. And for this week only, we got a special giveaway for you. Anyone who purchases a gold or platinum ticket will be entered into a drawing for a one-on-one video call with yours truly. That's right. Click on that link below right now and get entered into a drawing for a video call with me, your humble host. This offer ends this Friday night at midnight when ticket prices go up 20%. So don't wait. Click on that link below right now and I'll see you for a weekend that promises to be a game changer for your life like never before. All right, gang, more and more articles are coming out talking about this amazing growing phenomenon known as techlash, the growing backlash against big tech and its ridiculous censorship practices. And these articles are noticing a surge in what are called techlash bills across the nation, where lawmakers, by the way, lawmakers of both parties, interestingly enough, in dozens of state houses across the country are proposing new regulations related to antitrust issues, consumer privacy, app stores fees, taxes on digital ad sales. Even Democrats in New York are pushing a landmark antitrust bill through the New York legislature that would set a new legal antitrust standard called, get this, the abuse of dominance. How's that for a term? Big tech's abuse of dominance. And it would allow class action lawsuits under state laws. And the concern here, again, keep in mind this is being expressed by Democrats. The concern here is that the old antitrust laws aren't operative anymore because big tech has just simply become too big and powerful. And so even Democrats are challenging big tech's litigation immunity and ready to tear asunder Section 230. And so obviously Techlash is real. Techlash is real. It's bipartisan and it's increasingly popular in the polls. Check this out. This is from Gallup in 2019. Already we're seeing a decline in support for big tech. Gallup's tracking of public sentiment toward the internet industry showed a decline from a high of 60% of Americans with positive views of such companies in 2015, going down to 43% of Americans viewing them positively and 30% viewing them negatively in 2019. That negative sentiment is up 14 percentage points from 2015. So already in 2019, we were seeing a decline in support for big tech. Okay, but as you can see from the headline back then, a couple of years back, Americans were still split on the whole issue of regulating big tech. Take a look at this. This is the latest from Gallup in 2021. This year, positive views have fallen from 46% in August of 2019 to 34% today. Nearly 67% want more government regulation of technology companies, up 9 points from 2019. And Republicans' negative ratings have risen from 37% in 2019 to an astonishing 65% today. Republicans don't like big tech. So you don't have to be a genius to figure out that the worldwide phenomenon known as techlash is growing by the day, meaning that big tech's day of reckoning may already be at hand. Now, before you go, you will definitely want to check out my latest video I just uploaded on how President Trump is vindicated and the liberal media humiliated as the COVID lab leak theory is now becoming more and more plausible. So we look at how the mainstream media has just completely humiliated themselves in their coverage of the lab leak theory over the last year, how exactly that theory has once again become plausible today, and why so many in both the scientific community and the media were so quickly prone not only to dismiss it, but to ridicule it and mock it. You are not going to want to miss this. So make sure to click on the link, and I will see you over there. God bless.